I just got back from the Book of Eli. This movie is absolutely tremendous. I mean, Denzel Washington, this is a beautiful role for him. Gary Oldman is a phenomenal villain in this. Again, I said Gary Oldman, not Gary Coleman. Gary Oldman does a phenomenal job as the villain. Wow. There are lots of post-apocalyptic movies, And this one, they mentioned that it happened after a giant flash in the sky. So I'm assuming they're discussing, nuclear annihilation. And it's just, there really isn't a lot in the way of backstory. It is, people are scratching to survive. And this movie really, really drives that point home that, you have people who are trying to make ends meet. You have people who are just stealing from anybody they can get a hold of. People entirely consumed with just how they themselves could survive. And this movie is also very gruesome. There are decapitations. You see Denzel cut people up. I mean, this is not pulling any punches from like the opening sequence where you see like your first kill in the movie. It is violent. It is not. This is not a pretty movie. Everything is desolate, bleached, bleak. Everything is. Movie's got some pretty decent twists to it too. Now, for those of you who don't understand the phrase "the Book of Eli," it's describing the book that Denzel Washington's character is walking with. If you've seen any of the previews, you might have seen what the book is. So essentially, it's people trying to get that book. He is trying to go west. Depending on where I'm pointing at in the direction on your screen, and the direction your computer monitor is facing, just, west. North, south. For those of you who don't know, it's north, south, and you have we. So, west. Which I guess, from my standpoint, would be that way. Again, I'm looking at my reflection, so. Even Mia Kunis does a really good job, or Mila Kunis, if I'm pronouncing her name wrong again, I'm sorry. This movie makes you appreciate this really bizarre thing that you don't see in lots of movies nowadays. It's called actors. And sometimes they're actually paid for the act of acting. This has got some great juicy material to it. Uncompromising, unblinking. This is why you go to movies. Like I said before, there's not a single person in this movie who does a poor job acting. It's got some moments of comedy here and there to kind of help just lighten the mood in very brief spots. And it's just enough because there's a lot of tension. And it's kind of like, okay, we'll bring it down a level so everyone can go, oh. And then before you know it, ratchet right back up. This, next movie's like Children of Men. And if you saw that movie, you know how there are scenes in that movie that you just sit there and it's just absolutely amazing. This is an epic movie. It's got messages in it that are essentially, you should try to do things for other people. The world is entirely desolate because everyone was entirely in for themselves. At this point in time, everyone is struggling to survive because you're people who, again, there's really no helping of each other. Everyone's just out to survive. It actually really does make the point of, we got a lot of good things going. We need to learn how to actually just coexist with each other. There's a scene where someone asks Denzel, what was it like before this happened? And he goes, we had too much. We throw stuff away that people kill each other for now. And it is a beautiful, poignant statement. And it goes to show, you actually can have a movie that has moments of loving one another, caring for one another, enjoy the world that's around you. Because at any given point in time, things can escalate and it can all be taken from us. Period. It shows that you actually can do a movie with that sort of statement and do it with people, as opposed to having to CGI the whole thing. Again, Book of Eli. Beautiful, brilliant movie. Highly recommend. I can't recommend this movie enough. This, so far to this year, if the rest of the year goes to this is going to be a beautiful year for movies.